Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to iTouch App Reviewers. In this video, I have a huge rumor leak for you guys that I was not going to pass up, even though it's almost 9:30 at night, and I'm going to be up quite a while editing this video, but I have to get this out to you guys because this is a huge story. So, case maker Alexar expects iPhone SE2 to have a notch, but apparent lack of home button and Face ID casts doubts. So, if you guys don't know Alexar, it's a company part of MobileFun. mobilefun.co.uk. They've actually sent us hundreds of dollars worth of cases in the past. About 2 years ago, they sent us a ton of cases, a huge box, in fact. And I was very happy to work with them. They make really nice devices. They basically just said, "Hey, pick anything on our website, and we'll send it out to you." And so we reviewed it. They, for some reason, put a lot of trust in us, and I do appreciate that. We haven't worked with them very recently, but who knows, now that we're even bigger than we were then. But we'll have to see about that. But anyways, this leak is crazy. So Apple's second generation iPhone SE could feature an iPhone X-esque design with a notch if a sketchy rumor is to be believed, but Face ID is unlikely. Mac Rumors has obtained renders and alleged dimensions of the new iPhone SE from case maker Alexar via online accessories store MobileFun. This suggests that the device's notch will be approximately half as wide as the one on the iPhone X, almost certainly making it too slim to house facial recognition sensors. So here is a quick render of it. This is Alexar's render, by the way. So we have no idea if this is true. Maybe it's a publicity stunt. They're just getting a ton of publicity. And Alexar, I believe, is part of MobileFun. So it's like a sub brand. So like Toyota, Lexus, and Scion, like those are all three kind of the same brand, just different names. Alexar is like the case making brand of MobileFun, I think, or at least they were. Anyways, this render looks pretty interesting to most people, just because you can see they're trying to sell their screen protector here, and this is the cutout at the top with the notch, no home button, full screen display. Looks great, right? But a lot of people aren't noticing that says Tuesday 19th of June. So is this the date that Apple's going to release the iPhone SE2 after WWDC on June 4th? Who knows? But that was just an interesting little tidbit that not a lot of people are going to pick up on, just because it's kind of obscured there, but that's there nonetheless. So if we scroll down just a bit here, basically they're saying they don't think Face ID will be on this phone. Honestly, I don't either. Some people are arguing that the iPhone SE is not a budget phone. Yes, it is a budget phone. It does not have all of the top end specs of the newer iPhones. We'll have to see what they do with this one, but it is a cheaper phone that it's kind of an entry level phone. It's smaller. Yeah, whatever. That's my opinion on it. Here are some dimensions of it, which again show that it's got a very small notch compared to the iPhone X, about half the size, which is also why people don't think they could house that. If I zoom in just a bit, actually, no, let's go over here. This one's much better to look at. So this one's higher definition. If I zoom in here, you can see here's the speaker, and then there are two cameras here. Now, I don't know if Apple could have figured out how to put Face ID into a smaller enclosure this quickly. Like, this is a quick turnaround if so. Very interesting to see nonetheless. Scroll down just a bit here about what Mac Rumors thinks about this. So they don't show the back of the device, so we don't know if it's going to have wireless charging with a glass back. We don't really know a whole lot about it. However, this front of the phone kind of does give a little bit away because there's no fingerprint sensor, right? So if there's no fingerprint sensor, what does that leave us? That means it could be on the power button, on the back, or have none at all. So those are the three options, besides the fourth one, which is highly unlikely, which is under the display. I don't think they would put that tech into an iPhone SE. If they did, that would be kind of crazy. Now, Apple has been doing some, let's say, uncharacteristic things lately. They've been backtracking on what they've said and what they've done. So this leads me to believe that Apple might be trying to shake up the game and try to actually please the customers this time. So if they did cram really cool tech into this, because some people just love the smaller phones, like they will not go to a bigger phone. There are tons of you guys, I'm sure you're going to comment down below. A lot of you guys just love the size of the iPhone SE. And so they might just want to please their customers here and cram a ton of new tech into this phone. Now, I do have to say there have been rumors before this one, a couple months ago, some of the first ones, basically just saying the iPhone SE2 is just going to have a small spec bump. We did a video on it a couple months ago, so go check that video out if you haven't seen it, or some of the Alexar phone cases if you want to see some cool stuff from a couple years ago. There have been other rumors as well stating that, it's going to have a glass back with wireless charging and all this cool stuff. So we're really caught in between here. We don't know what it's going to be. Just like with any rumor, we just don't know. Now, Fingerprint scanning under the display would be cool, but I don't think it's going to happen. If we scroll down just a bit here, here are some factory photos of the screen protector next to an iPhone 5. So yeah, you guys can kind of get an idea of that. Here's the CAD schematic again. And yeah, so that's pretty much all that there is here to see. Very interesting, especially that they're kind of talking in the third person when I believe Olexar is their own brand. This is very exciting news for those of you that are possibly looking at getting an iPhone SE 2. So we'll have to see at WWDC. I think that's when they will announce this. So this gives us just under a month. So again, if you're looking to get an iPhone SE right now, just hold off and wait until you see this one, because you might be pleasantly surprised with what you get, especially if this is what it is. So let me know your guys' thoughts down below. What do you think the iPhone SE is going to get, or the iPhone SE 2, I should say? Do you think it's going to get wireless charging? Do you think it's going to have a front like this? Do you think it's going to have a fingerprint sensor under the display? That would be pretty cool, but we'll have to see. Now, again, if you watched our other video, we actually noted that Apple has filed with governments for like 11 different phone models this year already. So who knows what they're going to do this year? I mean, they might really shake things up. They need to gain some traction here because first of all, everyone's copying the notch. I think they really need an extra boost this year just to kind of put them on the map even higher. They've had great success, you know, great revenue, but a cheaper, smaller phone that really takes off could really help them in the minds of the consumers, because right now everyone's like, oh, iPhones, yeah, iPhone 10, blah, blah, I'm not paying $1,200 for a phone. You know, that's kind of the mindset of a lot of people right now. They just think Apple is just out of their league. But if Apple puts out a phone that's relatively priced, like let's say $500, $600 for something like this, I think it will be very competitive and people will be pretty happy, and Apple's profits again will go up. But we'll have to see what happens. Drop a comment down below, hit this video with a big thumbs up, and subscribe. Hit that little bell icon so you don't miss news and rumors like this. If you're watching this a couple weeks from now, what are you doing? You should have been watching this right when it came out. So hit that little bell icon so you don't miss anything, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.